You're listening to episode 309 of the Nintendo Powercast. I'm your host, N64 Josh. No player 2, no player 3, just me today. Just me. And before we get started, if you guys wouldn't mind using my code on the Epic Store, N64Josh, whether it's to buy Fortnite or any other games or battle passes or season passes or whatever in the Epic Store, use creator code N64Josh. I greatly appreciate it. Of course, you can go check out all of my great Nintendo recommendations over at n64josh.com/Amazon. So let's jump into this thing today. We've got Monster Hunter Rise right around the corner. It's going to be launching on Friday. Reviews are starting to hit already, and people seem to be liking this game so far, kind of saying it's, it is the, Nintendo Life says it's the apex for Capcom's beastly franchise. So I think we have a lot of good in store for us when it comes to Monster Hunter. I'm excited to jump back into this one. It is going to be a long weekend of playing Monster Hunter, and I can't wait. Oh, there is one thing that's happening this weekend, though, and that is the Smash tournament. You can head on over to n64josh.com/smash. I know you guys love it when I say that, to sign up. And we'd love to have you. There's $20 Amazon gift card for the winner. So go ahead and jump on that if you'd like. You can sign up. It's going to be starting at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So yeah, Monster Hunter coming out Friday. The Amiibo got delayed. I got a call from GameStop saying, hey, the Amiibo are not going to be ready until April 9th. I was like, oh, that's interesting. So gotta wait on those. But I mean, that's fine. It is what it is. And I still have not been able to find the collector's edition of this game, which really bums me out because I wanted to find one. That's what I was hoping to do anyway. Hoping to find a collector's edition. You know, the $99 comes with the Amiibo and everything. But I'm not sure if it's going to happen. So I may just be picking up I got to check and see what's up with there's like a digital deluxe version that's $69. But sometimes those are nothing more than like, oh, hey, we're going to give you something that you're going to unlock later, just faster. And if that's the case, I'm not going to spend the money. So I'm already going to be getting a couple copies of this game. It's also worth noting that if you get it at Best Buy, you can get the Steelbook. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure to go and get it from them. That's where I'll be, of course. I'm probably going to pick up one digital, one physical, because my son is going to be playing this game with me. It's just our thing. It's our thing. I'm hoping we get to go on one last vacation together before he ends up moving out and whatnot, and we'll be playing Monster Hunter on the deck of the cabin because that is what we really, really enjoy doing. So, other Nintendo news. There's still more reports about a Switch Pro coming out. Bloomberg's talking about an NVIDIA chipset. I think Forbes has covered it as well. And it's just, they're talking about, analysts are saying the price point could be somewhere around $399. I'm curious on your thoughts. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and leave a comment. You can hit me up in the Discord, n64josh.com/Discord, and let me know what you think of a $399, between $350 and $399 price point for the Switch that's going to be able to do 4K, OLED screen. Again, nothing is officially announced. It's all just speculation, and it's all coming from these Business Insider sources. So nothing like from 4chan or some of those, those goofy sites like that. It's from business journalists basically saying, hey, this is more than likely what's happening. We've heard nothing from Nintendo. We know the end of their fiscal year is coming up. Animal Crossing just had its first, its 1 year anniversary. And we know that Mario stuff is getting ready to leave the eShop and retail. So what do you guys like? $399, $350. Again, let me know in the comments what you think. I'm just not sure for myself. I'm like, what is going to be the draw for this? I'm just curious what, are they going to put out better Joy-Cons? Is it going to be the same Joy-Cons? Is it going to be the same size? How is this all going to work? And a little bit of the research I've done, and again, it's just been a little bit because there's not a lot out there, but it's looking like some of the games could easily be updated based on this chipset from NVIDIA. Especially games that run on like the Unreal Engine. I'm assuming first-party games would be the same way, but what about games that aren't? Is that going to be an issue going forward? Are there going to be games that run better on this system that don't run as well on the OG Switch? Similar to the issues we had with the new 3DS, that kind of thing. What's going to happen there? I'm really curious. So we'll have to find out. When is Nintendo going to announce this thing if it's actually happening? Maybe April, end of the fiscal year. They've really made, they've sold an incredible amount of Switch hardware. They've sold an incredible amount of software, and now maybe come April, will we be playing Mario Golf on the new system? I'm not sure. So we'll be finding out soon. I would assume there's going to be some kind of announcement, and it seems like if it goes with like it did with the Switch Lite, we're going to have probably a 3 to 4 week window, maybe 6 week window. Like, hey, this thing's coming. Boom, pre-orders, hits retail, and I can only imagine what it's going to do to the Switch numbers. Honestly, like it's going to be pretty crazy. I'm fairly certain, and the Switch is on track to becoming the most sold system ever. I think there's a pretty good chance it will beat out the PlayStation 2, and that's crazy. That's crazy. To look back on the Wii U and the 13 million sold, which is still a massive number, right? Like 13 million is still a lot, but when it comes to the PlayStation 2, I think it sits around 120 million. That's huge. It's huge. So it's a good time. Good time to be a Nintendo fan. That is for sure. Are we going to see the Switch Pro sooner than later? I think so. I think it's ready. I think the system's ready. They haven't done too many. They just did, they've got the Monster Hunter Switch coming out. That's kind of what I'm guessing is going to be the last game tie-in Switch with the original model. And then I'm assuming going forward, we're going to start seeing it more with the Pros and the Lights. Will they phase out the original Switch, or will they keep 3 price points going? Will they have the Lite, the Vanilla, and then the Pro? And what are they going to call this system? We going to call it Super Switch? I don't know. I'm very curious to find out the direction Nintendo takes this, and I have a feeling it's going to do great, even at a higher price point. I have a feeling they could still sell for $399. It would do just fine. But I have seen people say, like, wait a minute, like I could buy the Xbox Series S for the same price as the regular Switch right now. You throw Game Pass on that thing, and you're getting a lot of great games. And there's something strange that's happening with me right now. I'm moving more to playing my games on Xbox than I am Switch, even indie games. The reason? Achievements. So I think it's a good time to let you guys know that there's going to be more Xbox content in the very near future as well. There's going to be an Xbox podcast and more YouTube videos. So stay tuned for that. And I do want to get regular guests on NPC, don't worry. Maybe even find a co-host again so that we can chat Nintendo. But I'm having a really good time just getting back into shooters, playing Halo, playing Call of Duty, Apex, Fortnite. I've been having a great time, and seeing them with the the much better graphics. You know, I'm even thinking about games like Tony Hawk. I'm probably gonna pick it up on the Series X because, I mean, yes, I could play it handheld, but it's not a huge priority. I don't play handheld all that much anyway, and I'd much rather see it in its full glory. And I like the D-pad on the Elite Series 2 controller. I think it's great. So I have no problem playing Tony Hawk on an Xbox controller. I got used to it back in the day on the original system anyway, or on the original Xbox system anyway. So still, like, I don't want you guys to think that, like, oh, this show's fading away, anything like that. No, there's just a lot of transition happening right now. These are going to be regular episodes. They're going to be shorter episodes. There's no doubt about it. The weeks that there's more Nintendo news, I will hit you with more news. And the weeks that there's not, we're just gonna, you know, we'll take a look at the headlines and that'll kind of be it. So going through a few other headlines. I know that Overcooked All You Can Eat is out today, and it's going to have crossplay, I believe, with Xbox and PlayStation, and I assume PC as well. So if you are a fan of Overcooked, it looks like they've made improvements to both the first and second game, and then combined them with all the DLC and some new content as well. So if you're a fan of that series, make sure to check that game out today. I believe at this point it's only digital, so just keep that in mind. ID Software wants to let fans know that there's more Doom Eternal updates later this year. So if you are playing that on the Switch, stay tuned for some more updates. Maybe that means DLC. I'm not really sure, but could be something pretty cool. This news dropped yesterday, which was kind of strange, but Nintendo and the Pokemon Go devs are working on a Pikmin mobile app. And they just put out a tweet saying, hey, you're going to make walks more enjoyable with Pikmin. What does this mean? Are you going to pick Pikmin out of the ground and then use them similar to how you would in the game, like attacking different creatures that they may, put in the game? Is this something that people want? Let me know in the comments. Again, hit me up in Discord. I'm curious on the sales numbers of Pikmin. I thought it was relatively low. Pikmin seems like one of those series that like it's kind of barely hanging on, yet here we're seeing another mobile app. And now it is with Niantic. They know what's up when it comes to mobile apps. Pokemon Go is an absolute beast in that market. Like, as far as mobile games go, it's one of the best. It has a lot of it's kept people playing for a very, very long time. So, could this Pikmin game be something worth checking out? I mean, it's got the Nintendo name on it. It's a Nintendo IP, and it's coming from Niantic. I'll give it a shot. I don't know that I'm going to be that into it, honestly, just because it's not really my jam. But who knows? It could be something. It could be something kind of cool. So stay tuned for that. You can go and sign up. I would check Nintendo's Twitter. You can go and sign up if you want to have early access to be able to check those games or check that game out. So there is a pretty big eShop sale going on right now. Let's talk about this. We've got 2K. Like, there's a handful of games. I'm gonna read them out real quick just to give you guys the game and the price, and I'll focus on a handful that I'm more familiar with. But the BioShock collection, $19.99 for all 3 games. Definitely worth picking up. Again, if you can find them somewhere other than the Switch, I recommend it, but they do play well there. They're not terrible. Blossom Tales: The Sleeping King is only $6.74. Borderlands Legendary Collection, $19.99. I'm looking at a few others. Graveyard Keeper is $9.99. A Monster Boy in the Cursed Kingdom, $15.99. NBA 2K Playgrounds 2, $7.49. Sid Meier's Civilization is $19.79. Outer Worlds, $29.99. XCOM 2 Collection is $14.99. You can also get Axiom Verge for $9.99. So, handful of really good sales there as well. Let me know, again, if you're going to be picking any of these up. All right. So, that's going to do it for episode 309 of the Nintendo Powercast. Thank you guys so much for listening, for sticking with me. And like I said, we're going to keep this thing going. There's going to be weekly, maybe even more than one show a week. Just depends on the news and what's going on. And so we'll see. We'll see what happens. If you have people you would like to hear on the show, hit them up on Twitter. Tag me and that person on Twitter so I can start making some arrangements. Make sure to jump into the Discord, n64josh.com/Discord. Make sure to check out the new show with Eric and Crawler, which is Press Pause. You can find it. Just type in Press Pause wherever you listen to podcasts, and you'll find it there. And remember to use that creator code N64Josh on the Epic Store for all your Fortnite purchases. All right. And jump into the Discord, n64josh.com/Discord, and we will see you in the next one. Bye now.